Your morning news now this Tuesday. A Sparta man officially charged this morning, accused of beating his girlfriend to death after she broke up with him. 32-year-old Sean Hawk made his first court appearance on Monday. Investigators say he killed 32-year-old Sarah Latimer in early May. Hawk has been convicted of domestic abuse at least 2 other times. Prosecutors say Latimer's injuries at the time of her death were similar to injuries she suffered in the past. A La Crosse man faces a judge this morning accused of shooting a gun into Northside homes. Police say that last Wednesday, 23-year-old Dakota Fair fired a handgun in an alley off of George Street. Investigators say they found bullet holes in nearby garages and homes. Fair is a felon, and state law prohibits felons from having a gun.
We have had requests from schools to allow this to be done.
Ohio's Republican governor has signed a bill into law that will allow school employees to be armed with a gun after just a day of training. It takes effect in the fall, and schools can provide additional training if they wish. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says the battle over the Donbas region will be one of the most brutal in European history. Moscow-backed forces have occupied parts of the region since 2014. Ukrainian military officials say their troops have been pushed out of a key city in the east and are in desperate need of additional military aid. Back here at home, expect more traffic on and around the UW La Crosse campus for the next couple of weeks. Incoming freshmen and their families will be on campus on most weekdays between now and June 27th. And remember, many of these families are new to La Crosse, so be patient. A warning to drivers this morning about lane closures on the Winona Bridge. The Minnesota Department of Transportation is doing routine inspections on the bridge. Today and tomorrow, crews will close lanes from 8 in the morning until 3:30 in the afternoon. Lanes will also be closed on the 21st and several days after.
Mostly sunny and hot today with a high of 94 degrees. A little bit breezy here out of the south as well at 15 to 25 miles an hour.
A wildfire has forced hundreds of people to evacuate their homes near Flagstaff, Arizona. Thousands of acres have burned since it began on Sunday morning. Authorities arrested 57-year-old Matthew Reiser for starting that fire. According to court documents, he told investigators he was burning toilet paper. Wafer Food Pantry is drying out after they had to briefly shut down on Monday because of street flooding. Staff put out sandbags outside their front door to prevent the flood water from getting inside.
We did have somebody pull up to the window, but they couldn't get out of their car because if they would open the door, the water would come in.
La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds tells News 8 now the city will be using a stormwater fund to pay for nearly $8 million in stormwater repairs over the next 2 years. It's a national treasure thousands flock to this time of year, but Yellowstone National Park is being hit with massive flooding. All entrances to the Montana Park are closed, and tourists are having to be ushered out of some places. High water washed out roads and bridges, all due to heavy rains in that area, including melting snow. The FDA begins 2 days of meetings to discuss certain COVID-19 vaccines from Moderna and Pfizer. Today, the agency will vote on whether to recommend if children 6 to 17 years old can get the Moderna shot. And tomorrow, the FDA will consider recommending both companies' shots for children between 6 months and 5 years old. That right now is the only group of Americans that are still unable to get a COVID-19 vaccine. Stocks fell more than 20 below its record set earlier this year, and that has some financial experts saying we may be headed for a recession. Tomorrow, the Federal Reserve is widely expected to announce it's raising rates again when the U.S. Central Bank wraps up its 2-day meeting. It is World Blood Donor Day, and aside from helping keep the blood supply going, you can earn a free La Crosse Riverfest button by giving blood. Today and tomorrow, Bear City is giving away buttons during the La Crosse Gives Back Blood Drive at the Radisson Center Ballroom. Blood donations nationwide are still coming in at a lower than average rate, and there is a demand for all blood types. Each donor will get one Riverfest button while supplies last.
Lots of sunshine here this morning and humid, 80 degrees, warming up to 91 by noon today. 5 o'clock, mostly sunny and breezy with a temperature of 92, but our highs today should reach around 94.
Stay hydrated for sure today.
Definitely.
Well, don't forget to keep up with the news of the day at news8000.com, and we're going to have the latest headlines during News 8 now at noon. But first, let's get the answer to today's Dairy Quiz question. What state produces the most butter in the U.S.? And if you answered the dairy state, you got that correct. It wouldn't be any other way, right, Derek?
No. Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Keep the News 8 Now First Alert weather app handy today with those storms moving into the region tomorrow. Derek and Bill will have the latest. We'll see you back here at noon today. CBS Mornings follows us here. Thank you for joining us and have a great day.